Conversations with gospel artists, pastors. Our favors would guide us through all the troubles and disasters. Indeed, we fell short, but the Lord never passed us. Our belief in God is the most important factor. It's the Velika B Project. You're now tuned in to the Velika B Project with your host, Velika B, lover of God, founder and CEO of Set Apart and Chosen. Sit back and relax and enjoy the conversations.
Hello, Facebook family, radio family, podcast, IG, and YouTube family. It's your girl, Velika B, back with another amazing interview. And I'm excited about this one. Hold on, let me pop up like I always do. Who's coming on? Family, guess who's in the building? Joshua Rogers. He is Sunday's Best Season 5 winner, and I get the opportunity to talk to him. So I'm not going to hold you guys up, so let's go ahead and get started with this interview. What's up, my friend? How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. Season 5, Sunday Best. And you were one of the first and youngest male winner. Let's hear about your experience with season 5 with Sunday Best.
It was really dope. You know, it was a first of many for me. Yeah, that did not come out right. But you know, it was so many firsts for me, and it's the first time I had traveled, you know, out of state by myself and all that kind of stuff. So I was extremely nervous. And I'm the type of person, you know, I wouldn't necessarily call it shy, but I do have some introvert qualities. So if I'm in a room with people and I don't know anyone, I'm not going to be the one in the room to be like, "Yo, what's up? My name is Josh. How are you?" It's not going to happen. Okay, I'm going to sit in a little corner, comfortable. Probably if there's food, I'm going to have me a little plate. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chill. And if you would like to speak to me, I'm going to be extremely nice, and we can go from there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how it was. And so some of the contestants here would have thought I was weird, but you know, I didn't know anybody or know anything, but it was just really awesome. I got to sit under people that I admired for a long time and made some great friends, a lot of memories.
And let's not forget that you really could sing.
Thank you.
You were amazing on season 5, and actually past Sunday Best as well. Like, you've been really doing well. Can you just give us a little hint into like your background, where you're from, and were you like in the youth choir? How did you get started?
So music has kind of just always been one of my things. It's always been a love of mine. My mom talks about the story of like when I was one of those kids that would take the pots and pans out of the cabinet and start beating on the pans, playing jumps and singing. And she used to say one of my favorite songs was always Fred Hammond's "No Weapon." And so, you know, just kind of going from there, it's just kind of always been in my heart, in my soul. Not to mention, you know, born and raised in the church. My, you know, mom and those are apostolic. And so having that experience and, you know, living, you know, you don't listen to no blues, you know, you don't go out, you know, too much and stuff like that. You know, it was it was a very interesting way of coming up. You know, it was, you know, church hard bred, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the qualities and my morals that, you know, is rooted deep down inside of me. But music just kind of always has been in my heart. I love music. I love to sing. I love the feeling that music brings to you. The Bible talks about how, you know, David, you know, was a minstrel, and how, you know, hearing him, you know, it calms, you know, other people. And music, I always say, it's a tool that we use to persuade, you know, one another of our beliefs and feelings and emotions. And I'm grateful to be able to use it for the kingdom.
Awesome. Now, were any of your family members singers, like during the Christmas holidays, Thanksgiving? Y'all would get in the living room and sing. Was anybody else in your family singers as well?
Mm, not as much as me.
Got it.
My grandmother, when she was younger, she sung at church when she came up, but she came up as a Baptist. But as she got older or whatever, she didn't really cultivate it too much. My mom does sing, but she doesn't. It's not that important. She just does it just because she loves the Lord. So
Got it.
I was the one who really kind of took it and ran with it.
Got it. Okay. So a while back, I think it was like a couple of years ago, I saw some articles that you had done and you were talking about depression. Did depression start with you before or after Sunday Best?
Definitely after. Of course, before the show, that was just the life of a kid. I have no bills, anything like that.
Yeah.
After the show was kind of when real life really hit, and so many things just started happening. And the main shocker for me was, God, how could you do something so amazing in my life? And now it feels like everything is falling apart. Like my situation started happening personally with family. Things were happening career wise. Because for the longest, people don't know this, but I was not played on the radio for my first couple of years in the industry. And that, wasn't, on me, but, the company that owns most of the, big radio stations around the nation were not playing artists from my label at that particular time because of their own legal issues. And so I was caught up in that. And so I didn't get much airplay, so it kind of seemed to a lot of people like, where did Josh go? He's like, hey, I'm still here working in the vineyard, still a soldier, but there were a lot of experiences that I call them on the job training. They gave me strength. They taught me endurance. They taught me, they built up my faith. And even like the song that latest single, it taught me how to trust God, how to trust in his plan and trust that he knows what he's doing. If he said it to you before, you got to trust and believe that he's going to see you through it and do exactly what he said.
Right. Now, with other artists coming up, by you going through this, how can you, like, encouragement? Was it the song, words, scripture? How did you like navigate through that season? That was a hard season, I'm for sure. And I know other people go through it, but I'm so honored and so proud that you was able to speak out about it, because a lot of people feel embarrassed about it. Millions of people are dealing with this every single day. So how were you able to cope with it, and still deal with it every day, just going through it?
The people around me. Genuinely, the people around me. I had some people around me who really cared, and who, when I had no fight left, they fought for me, and that's rare. And I feel incredibly blessed to be able to say that and to have that. And so I can remember when I had my nervous breakdowns up in Detroit, I, two of my closest friends were with me, and one of them, she was like, "You're gonna get some help. I'm not playing with you. You're getting some help today." She forced me, because at that moment in time, like, I didn't care about anything. Like, I was dang near walking out in the traffic and all kind of stuff. I just wanted it all over and done. And they forced me to get some help, and I can't express how grateful I am for it. And, and that's not to say, that, somebody would say, okay, he's admitting God too much. That's not to say that God did not help, because he absolutely did. Of course, he placed these people in my life. But it wasn't a situation where I went to my pastor and all then became well. That wasn't the case. When this stuff started happening, I was getting those answers. Well, you're not believing in God enough, or, is this something wrong with, your relationship with God or whatever. And it's like, no, like, I'm in a position where I'm praying, I'm fasting, I'm crying out, I'm suffering, and I'm not finding any relief. It was one of those moments where it's like, okay, God, are you here? Because this stuff is happening and I feel incredibly alone and by myself. And I went from there I actually had to get a therapist. I had to talk to someone, and someone who did believe what I believe is, as far as religion or Christian, but had a whole unbiased perspective as far as what I needed to express and release, and it helped. It helped so much. I really advise and admonish people, if you're going through anything mentally and emotionally, seek help. Talk to someone. Get a therapist. They have programs now where you can talk to a therapist daily, through text message and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's never been that easy, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so now with it being that easy, it even adds a layer of privacy on it, because doing it that way, don't nobody have to know that you're talking to a therapist. You know what I'm saying? And so get the help that you need, get the help that you seek. I will also say, because I had to do it as well. Pray, keep praying, keep seeking God. I never stopped doing that. I never stopped going after God. So it was just a culmination of things that God placed in my path that really helped me. So.
Oh, and listen, I believe in therapists. Matter of fact, my therapist has been on the page with me twice.
Wow.
I love it. I needed it because I was like I felt like I was about to go crazy. I was about to have a mental break. And like you said, well, with me, I never knew ministry, because this is ministry, would be hard. And I never knew that things would come at you the way it does, like every single day. And I have conversations with God, like, people like, don't question God lies. I'm questioning him because that's my friend. I'm like, God, like, I'm doing your works. Like, why are these things coming at me? Like, I'm trying to live my best life and do what you're asking me to do, but all these attacks are coming against me. So no, I believe in therapists as well.
Yeah,
And that's an awesome testimony. Yes, awesome testimony. And one thing before we get to your new music, let's talk about this weight loss journey. Tell me about it, my brother, because I'm about to start this thing as well. Help us out. Talk to me. What about this weight loss journey?
Oh man, with the journey of the depression, things started happening. One of the things that even kind of induced or cultivated the season of depression, I went through some vocal issues, and so my voice was not the same. I was supposed to be on vocals for about 2 months, but I could only do like 3 weeks because I had bills and I had to work. And so that really did a number on my vocals. And so going from that, I was on steroids for almost a year. And it, of course, I'm a country kid. Not even gonna lie to you. I like fried chicken. I like steak. I like meatloaf. I like ham hocks in my, in my greens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that did not help, and the weight just kind of started packing on. And so after a while, it got to a point to where it really started to affect my health.
Gotcha.
I was diagnosed, as a type 2 diabetic, and I had high cholesterol, all of these type of things. And the sad part was, as I was getting diagnosed with these things, I was still in such a dark place. I didn't care. I was like, okay, well, I just, because I found that out when I was in the airport one day and I couldn't see. Like everything went to a straight blur, So I was just like, I just need to see. I just came in from my business, and it was a terrible spot, And I'm God, I thank you that I'm not there anymore. And so the weight loss thing was just a thing of me fighting for my life, genuinely,
right?
Absolutely. There were some difficult moments with it. I have to say thank you for this interview, because I don't normally talk about these things publicly like that. But so that was me fighting for my life. Of course, I had to do it as well for my career. If I wanted to continue to be successful and get opportunities and stuff like that, you have to be a certain level of aesthetically pleasing. And so, that was, a part of the push as well. But more than anything, it was just me fighting for my life, me fighting for the me that I know that I am and that I want to be.
Awesome. Now, you gave us 2 amazing testimonies. Now, with your amazing testimonies, guys, who's listening, I need for you to support this man. Josh has a new project out. And I know if this project is anything like your testimonies, it's going to major breakthrough. So tell us about what's your new project, the name of your new project, and give us a little hint of what it's about.
So the latest single is called "Still Gonna Trust."
Mhm.
It's a first look at what I'm working on as far as the upcoming album. So this will be my fourth album that I would have released. And so I'm still working on that. I it's What I have so far is amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't had the opportunity to feature with many artists on my own projects, and so this project I'm really pushing hard for that. And so you guys are gonna get some you're gonna get some good surprises, some good experiences. And so I'm excited about that. But Still Gonna Trust is basically 2020 was a rough year. It was at the very least interesting for everyone in the world. Everyone was impacted by what happened in 2020, and so I want to encourage, all of my family out of there, and let them know, we trusted God this far. We're gonna have to keep doing it going forward. We've suffered, we've been through some things, but the fact is that you're still here. You still got fight left in you. You still have another opportunity. You still have, adventures and so much purpose left in you. And so don't become stagnant on that. Don't relish in the pain of the past, but use the pain of the past to strengthen you to continue to go forward, to continue to fight and make a difference and bring impact and build the kingdom. And so that's for the most part where the song is coming from. Just wanted to encourage the people and give them some hope, give them some strength.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So in the let's do this too. Dead or alive, who are some people you would love to work with?
Oh, okay. Dead or alive. Number one, Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
Uh, this might be bad because most of them are dead. Daryl Coley, um, uh, Vanessa Bell Armstrong, the Clark sisters, of course, Kim Burrell, Jasmine Sullivan. I would love to do something with Brandy, Fantasia, um, Brant. I really wanted to do something with Rance Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister Leandria. I want to do some work with the Hamiltons. It's kind of a list. It's kind of a list. I got to do
It's a
something with
good
my boys
list
from
though.
South Carolina, Jarrell Smalls, Kalante Gavin. Like, oh yeah, yeah. I got work to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. That's a good list though. No, that's a good because everybody on there, I'm agreeing, like, yeah, them some hard hitters right there. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all
I'm ready.
definitely
I
gotta do
want to do
something.
it.
South Carolina definitely got to do a project together for real, for real. Y'all have
They
to.
they be sleeping on us, but we coming.
Man, y'all got some heavy weights coming from that state. People are listen. People are sleeping on South Carolina, like for
Oh,
real, for real, for
oh,
real.
listen, that hard down, rugged, good country, sweating fried chicken church is coming up, and I'm in love with it. Like, come ye
Right,
all. You know,
right, right. So, what can we expect from Joshua Rogers in the future? What can we expect from you?
some really amazing music. Number one, really amazing music. Like I said, I'm really excited about the music that's coming on this next album. But outside of that, I do teachable moments. So it's for the most part a bi-weekly show. Sometimes that kind of depending on my schedule and others artists schedule as well. It's something that was birthed out of having so many young people come to me after being on Sunday Best, and they were like, Josh, I really want to do what you did. I want to go, and I want to win Sunday Best like you. And I was like, yeah, that's great, but let me tell you something first.
Thank
you
you,
know
thank you.
there's so much that you need to, especially if you're going to go the route that I did as far as going on a show. um One thing I want people to know and understand is you don't get any leverage when you go to these
Yes,
shows. So whatever that contract is, you know you got to sign it to participate, and then only God knows what could be on that paper. And so you have to be prepared for that if you do win, to deal with that. And so be wise in how you do it. They're very good for the exposure, but you just want to be wise in how you go about it. And so that's kind of where the Teachable Moments was kind of birthed out of. And so it's helped so many people. I bring other artists on because I came in just knowing absolutely nothing. I was literally a deer in headlights. I just wanted to sing. And so I bring other people on who have much more wisdom to impart. And we talk, we have, kind of a candid conversation and talk about experiences and stuff to help other people understand more of what it takes to be in the industry and go to the next level in ministry. So you guys please check that out. For the most part, we do that on Facebook, but every once in a while, depending on how I'm feeling, we can shoot over to Instagram and have some fun over there. But check out that. I'm also working on a book, so be on the lookout for that as well. And so all of these that you can keep up with me if you follow my social media.
Awesome. All right. So before we leave, I do have a radio and podcast audience, and they cannot see what's strolling at the bottom of your information. Can you please let them know how to follow you? Yes.
Well, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok now, all at the Joshua Rogers. So that's TheJoshUarogers. No D in the last name.
Right. I'm gonna get you for that. No, just kidding.
I wasn't even at you.
No. We're again. No, just playing. Thank you so much for your honesty. Like, really, I appreciate it because you didn't have to be honest with my audience, and I felt like you felt comfortable. So thank you so much for everything that you bring. Please, guys, make sure you follow Josh, and also make sure you support his projects, this project, and also the past projects as well. So thank you, Josh. Stick around for me really quick. God bless you guys. I will see you again soon. Stay blessed.
Well, that concludes this episode of the Valika B Project with your host, Valika B. Until next time we meet, be blessed. The Valika B Project.